Just being honest. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Honesty, CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. Just being honest. Nothing but the truth.
Welcome to another episode of
CJ Honesty.
And this is part 2. We got Neena here with us, and she was talking about matchmaking, getting into her career. You want to go just where we was the last time?
Yes, we were talking about how women saying that men who have kids it's a red flag, which doesn't make sense to us.
When they have kids of their own, and then but the guy is like, it's a red flag for them if the guy has a child. Which is kind of, I don't know if somebody can explain that to me.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. What do you think, Neena?
I think it's the insecurity of the child's mother. Because when somebody has, I don't know why people think like this, but they think the person, they have like a bond nobody else can create. So it's like, I think it's more so insecurities versus because that's the only thing I could think of. But no female's gonna admit that, but it is insecurities. Because like you guys share something. So it's like me, you don't share something. So I'd rather share something new with somebody who don't have anything that they had shared with anybody else. So, I think it's insecurities.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's probably. Another thing, I think maybe it's because women are certain nurturing with kids. Maybe they don't want to have to put that. I mean, they're not going to actually say it, but maybe they don't want to have to put that nurturing, or they might not want the guy to expect her to give all of that love and nurturing to a child that's not even really hers. She might not really want to do that for another child. She want to do that with her own child, but not, somebody else's child. You guys think that's a possibility, or am I off on that?
It could be a possibility. I want to hear what Neena thinks. Yeah,
I think it's insecurity.
Yeah,
I think it's just being secure about a bond with somebody else. I'd rather, I just don't think people will admit it. So
that he was with somebody else before you.
Yeah, like it's like, okay, he shared this bond with another female. They have a kid now. It's a competition. Like we females, we like to compete. That's why a lot of times women will date men with that have somebody, or I don't know if you notice, like if a guy tries to talk to a girl, she doesn't pay him no mind, but when she see all these other girls want him, now she wants him. So it's like a competition with us a lot.
Yeah.
We like to compete a lot. So it's like when somebody has a child with somebody, we can't compete because they already have that bond. So it's like, I think that's the problem with a lot of females, why they won't date somebody with no kids. And they have kids. But to me, I think it's better. Because now if you somebody with no kids, you don't know if they touch kids. You don't know none of these things. At least if they have a kid, you can kind of see all these. Like you kind of can monitor and see how they treat their kids, or So to me, I think it's a little scary to date somebody with no kids, and you have kids. To me,
I never thought about that. That's another way to look at it.
Yeah,
like at least if the person got kids, like you can see how they treat their kids and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I never thought of that.
Yeah, and you can also relate to someone else who have kids, because
right.
Yeah, versus someone who don't have kids, they're gonna be like, why we gotta do this? Why can't we go out? Oh, because we have kids. Yeah.
But if you have somebody with kids, y'all can play date a lot, and then it's like, okay, we we kind of can have our alone time if the kids are around the same age. You know, to me,
Mhm.
is a better bond. But I don't think people see it like that. I see it. But
Hmm.
Do
That's
you
interesting.
think that whoever the I guess you can say step parent or whoever the if you're going into a relationship with somebody who has a child, do you think that you should try to treat that child like your own, or should you just leave it as? Is there like a boundary to it that you should just try to fill it out?
I think first and foremost, I think before anybody introduce kids, I think you should meet the parent first.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Um, I think that's big. Just because, you know, if I don't meet the child's mom and I'll go to the store with the child and then somebody's like, "Yeah, I seen your child with some girl," it's like now she's gonna be
yeah,
like, "Who is this girl?" I just feel like parents should meet first before they introduce the kids, and they don't even have to be on no cool like just like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend I'm dating. I just want you to see just her or whatever." But um I think that you should treat the child like it's yours, Not and don't go overboard. Some people go overboard and because they're trying to
Yeah.
prove to the guy, like, I really love your child. Like, I wouldn't say go overboard, but it should be equal. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm. I think you
Mm.
should watch whether you're a guy or a woman. You should watch who you have around your kids. And then
Right.
you always hear, especially when it's the mom, like you always hear like, "Don't be telling your daddy like all my business."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they really mean is like, don't be telling your daddy like, I had I had Tom,
Yeah.
Jim,
Don't so and
Bob,
so here
and
for real.
all
Yeah.
Hmm.
in the
Uh-huh.
house.
Hmm.
But really though, you really shouldn't have had nobody really around your kids like that.
No, you shouldn't.
You know.
Um, yeah, you shouldn't because no, you just shouldn't. But a lot of
I
people,
shouldn't. Yeah.
some people don't have no choice. They don't have sitters. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
like
Yeah, yeah.
it's hard. Some people have hard time dating because of that and everything, but I don't think you should. But I know some people can't help it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's affecting
Hmm.
his kids too. Because now he's like, your son will get older, and he's like, yeah, dang, my mom was out there. She had me around all these, like now his mind gonna be like, oh, now I know what she was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you should be careful, but I think some people don't have the choice too.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. That's true. All right, so we're gonna switch gears, and I want to ask you: have you ever been on a blind date, and if so, how did it go?
Yeah, I've been on a blind date.
Hmm.
Oh, I've been on a couple. They they were okay.
They were okay.
Yeah,
So
they
you've
were
been on a
okay.
couple.
Yeah, I went on a dating
I
site
think I
once.
went on.
You went on one,
I
John.
went on
You
mine.
have
No, I ain't been on. I think I can't. I don't
what?
even remember.
How did it go? Do you remember or no?
Man, did I go on a blind date before? I mean, I
Someone
think
ever
with
like?
you was
No,
a
it
blind
was.
date.
Was I a
Consider one.
blind date?
Yeah,
What? Yeah, we were.
because I didn't know. I didn't. I
I thought.
mean,
I mean, I was gonna say her name. I thought she told you we were. I was going out with you guys.
yeah, but I didn't. I didn't look you up on social media or anything like that.
Um,
So technically, that was a blind date because I didn't.
I guess you could say
Prior, I
that.
didn't meet you.
But
That is that a blind date?
Yeah, that's a
we were
blind
in a
date.
group
Mhm.
Yeah.
setting, and our friends at the time, they're married now. They're the ones who brought us together the very first time when I met him when we were like a
Oh
little
yeah,
older.
that's a blind date.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
a
a
blind.
blind.
We were on a
Yeah,
blind date.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that wasn't my first. That wasn't my
that was
first
your
blind date.
first. What?
That wasn't my first
You
blind
never
date.
told me you've been on a blind date
I
before.
didn't realize what. I don't think I realized what
We told each other a lot of stuff,
it.
but you haven't told me that. Who was it? Was it someone older
Well,
or
you don't
younger?
know it.
I said it was someone older or younger.
Probably knowing me.
Oh, knowing you older.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
let's get back
blind
to
date
our
is when
thing.
you don't know who you meeting.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
so
we
yeah,
were
that was
blind
a
date.
blind date. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to
Okay.
the bowling. We went bowling. It was fun.
Oh,
Was
it's
it?
fun. Yeah, so
Wait,
y'all went
All
on.
right.
I said was it?
He don't even
Anyways.
remember.
No, I
No,
remember.
he remembers he playing.
I'm
He
being funny.
playing. Oh man. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think I had any bad blind dates though.
that's good. Because I heard
Like to
some
where it'd be
stories.
like, ugh. Yeah, I heard some bad stories, but
Yeah.
I haven't had any bad stories.
Huh. So do you believe with the blind dates? So
Hmm.
let's jump like a little deeper, like on the opposite side of that. Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
You
Yeah.
do.
Hmm. Yeah, I do. But I
Oh.
don't think you're always meant to be with them.
Hmm.
Hmm. Wow, you're gonna have to explain
Yeah,
that one.
explain, explain.
That's
That's
deep right
yeah,
there.
that's deep.
I just,
Interesting, interesting.
yeah, it's because I think, and sometimes, yeah, I don't think you always meant to be with your soulmate. I don't know
Hmm.
why, but I don't think so. Cause I know my soulmate passed away, so
Mm,
Hmm.
sorry to hear that. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But I think that's the only person like we got each other. It was crazy. It's crazy,
hmm.
but
Hmm.
I don't think um yeah. I think you have a couple of them.
Hmm.
I don't think it's just one. Do
possible
y'all
because
believe
I
in it?
mean,
Do I believe? I believe that we do have some soulmates, like more than one.
Right,
I think
right.
that's why some people are able to be with someone else and feel like they known each other for all their lives. You
Mhm.
know, if it didn't work for that one person, and then you meet someone else, that could be your, that could be your other soulmate.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of that's a hard one for me. I think I think I believe in soulmates. With soulmates, because yeah, somebody who is that the definition that we're going off of? Basically,
But
somebody that you automatically click with, and
I
you
think it's
guys.
somebody that to me, I think soulmate is like a best friend. Somebody that
mm,
you can always confide in this person with anything and they don't judge you. It's more
Mm,
mm,
so and the love is the same, you know.
mm,
I have gone to weddings and I'm like, okay, yeah, they soulmates
mm,
mm,
mm-hmm.
because their energy, and their energy, especially at a wedding, you could tell when people energy is like, okay, they really love each other. They're soulmates. But then some people, I've been to weddings, I'd be like, yeah, this is not it. You could feel
Yeah.
like the vibes is not there. You're like, I don't know
Mhm.
what this is, but it ain't love.
mm,
It ain't
So
it. It
yeah,
ain't it. Right.
it
mm.
Mm-mm.
isn't.
Yeah, I think you probably got maybe I would say at the most maybe three, 2 to 3, maybe soulmates that you probably can have in life, but
Encounter,
it's
yeah,
not like a big probability that you even gonna meet them.
Yeah.
right.
I
That's what I
think
Mm-hmm.
think too.
that's what I think because I think oftentimes people go after um what looks good, like we were saying in the last episode, and
Hmm.
everything that glitters isn't really gold,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
No,
So I don't know if, and a lot of times we think we know what we like, but we your soulmate would be somebody who's connected to your character,
Mm.
so
right.
if you just looking for a certain kind of person who got a certain kind of job or a certain kind of height or certain kind of curves, that's kind of a you're not gonna find your soulmate
Mhm.
like that. I don't think that's really
Hmm.
soulmates kind of somebody you're gonna find just by having a conversation,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
I've also heard soulmates not always being romantic though. You can have a
No,
soulmate
yeah. I think a
that's a
friend could
sister
be
or a
soulmate.
friend.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's a soulmate, John. You know that, right?
I had no idea.
Yeah,
Now I
you
don't
just
know
Yeah.
learned
what you're
that.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some soulmates could
right?
be a female friend, like a girlfriend. And I think too
Yeah,
with
not
being a
nothing
soulmate, you
romantic.
know how sometimes you could just see somebody like say they you thought they were soulmate, ran into them, and you're just like, oh, something's not right. I don't like. I think that's all in soul having
Mm,
a deep soul tie to somebody too.
Mm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, you can have I think you can have soul ties without even being physically intimate. Like you can be around somebody for so long, and you just get tied to that person. Just like people who you work with. Sometimes you can if you're working with the same partner every
Mm-hmm.
day, you can kind of get tied to them if you guys eat lunch together. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know, you
Yeah.
guys
Mm-hmm.
got meetings get together and stuff, so you're used to that person. So like when that person leaves, it's like, oh no, they gotta go, or they like, oh, I got a new job or something like that. You like, dang,
Hmm.
I've been around that person a
Mm-hmm.
while.
For a while, yeah.
Hmm. That's interesting. Interesting. So, how would you define love? What's your definition?
Oh, love. Hmm.
Love, love. Yeah, love.
um, it's hard because I don't. I feel like love is a feeling, but I don't know because people say it's hard. Um,
Mm,
I could
Mm-hmm.
tell you one thing. When I was 18, I had a boyfriend, and well, he was my only boyfriend. But when I was 18, he told me, he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "I don't know." And he was like, "Well, if you care about me," and he was saying, if I care about him, then I love him. But I don't.
mm,
I I was like, I guess that kind of makes sense. That always stuck out to me. And he told me that when I was 18. So, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. I don't. One thing I could say is I don't think there's a time frame on loving somebody though.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
believe that.
I
Yeah.
think in some people are like, oh, you love him. It's only been a month, but I think you can love somebody, fast. I don't think there's a time frame on it, but I don't. I would. I don't know how to explain love. That's crazy.
Maybe love
I
is
think it's just a
unexplainable.
feeling.
I always
Yeah.
had a only one definition of love.
What is that?
In my mind, love was always is that person or you, either one. Um, are you willing to do something for that person that puts you out of your comfort zone? And I think that's like, okay, now I love this person. Cause like if grandma is in the hospital and that means you have to take off work, but now you're missing like a day of work with your hours, but you love your grandma, so you're gonna go see your grandma, right?
Mm.
So you're like sacrificing basically. Like so love is almost like a sacrificial kind of thing to me. I feel like if you're not willing to put something to the side for them, you don't love them.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean when you don't put yourself first?
well, yeah, to a degree.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
do you think that
always.
people can love some? So do you think that you can love somebody more than you love yourself?
Mm,
Mm.
um,
That's a good
I
question.
think you can, but I think that's also unhealthy in a way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because you should first love yourself before you even get with somebody else.
Right.
Because I think
Mm-hmm.
that if you don't love yourself before you get with somebody else, how can they know how to love you if you don't know how to love yourself?
Mm.
You don't know what
Right.
you like. You don't know what you're into. You don't know who you are. So how can they tell like how can they get into who you are? You know, how can
Hmm.
they truly love you for you if you're not able to express yourself like that, or you don't know anything about yourself. You don't if you don't I don't know how to
Yeah.
love is complicated.
Love is
It's
complicated.
complicated. Yeah.
It is. It's not
Yeah,
one
it is.
definition. It's
No,
not
it's
one
not.
definition. Mm-mm.
No,
I
I don't
feel
think
like
so.
if you asking me, I agree with both of you guys. Like combined it. Like
Right.
what you two just said, that's my definition. I'm just combining both. You have to
Right.
make sacrifices. Love is sacrifice. You know?
Hmm.
And also love is kind, love is patient. What the Bible says. That's what it is.
Right.
That's what I
Mm.
think. That's my favorite scripture. First Corinthians, was it 14? 7, was it 7 to 9? I don't know. I forgot the numbers. First Corinthians. I know it's, no, 4 to 9. First Corinthians 4 to 9. That's my favorite scripture it breaks down what love is. So if it's
Right.
opposite of that, then that's not what love is. That's what I
Hmm.
go by.
Do you think love can turn into hate?
I
Uh, yeah, it's
I think it
connected.
can.
Because
Hmm.
opposite of hate is love. How you gonna know what love is or hate is if you don't know what love is? It works both ways,
Right.
right?
I
Yeah.
think if that person does something unexpected or out of your what you was expecting them to do,
Hmm.
that's why I think if you get into a relationship and you don't put everything on the table of what you were expecting,
Hmm.
then they'll do something out of that, and you'll be like, "Wow, I can't believe they did that," but you didn't talk about that though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of times people just talk about the surface stuff, like, oh, what
Right.
kind of job you work? What do you have kids? Like, no, let's dig deep in here. What you want to build? What are you working on? Like,
Right.
let's this is not about we this is that's juvenile stuff. That's high school stuff. We need to get deep. Don't get deep on the first, first time y'all meet, but unless
Right.
that's how both of you are like that. Some people are just deep people. But like, just you gotta ask
Yeah.
those questions to know, put it on the table. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, seriously, I don't come on now. I'm very passionate right now about this because I'm like, can we just if you want something, like, you need to dig deep. I'm tired of reading these posts from women about what they want in guys. No, it's dig deeper than that, and then you'll find somebody. Seriously, like,
Yeah,
I'm
but you
tired
can
of
say
reading
what
everything.
you can say all what you want, but
Yeah,
if you're not, like I said, females say what they want, but are they really going for guys like that? You know how many females I know turn? I mean, I have done it. Turn down good guys.
yeah,
You know.
I have to.
I don't think it's the part where they turn down the good guys. I think they get into this thing where you see so much social media and TV where I think a lot of girls, like when I hear them talking, they want to be excited and stuff like that. So when they don't get that, they like it's not the good guy is not exciting like that. Because if he's going to work or if he's going to school and everything, it's not the same as somebody who doesn't have a job. He's not going to school, so he got more time on his hands. Right, he's at home playing a video game all day. He probably lives with one of his parents or somebody.
But
Yeah,
opposites attract.
you said
You know.
opposites attract.
Yeah.
So
Like
wait, what do you mean?
if you're a really outgoing person, those girls that want that outgoing guy, most likely they're
Mm,
probably
yeah.
outgoing. So why do they need somebody else just like them? Maybe they do need the quiet, shy guy or to balance it out.
Yeah, that's true. Me and John definitely a balance. Um, we're the opposite, definitely.
Right.
But I will
Opposites to
say,
me attract.
yeah, I will say with the guys though, like I learned not to as I not being a teenager now, being an adult, learning how to not be too shy. I think that's where some of the guys you be a little too shy, where you can't even talk, to the woman, or you can't even hold a conversation like that. That's a little that gets. Now I can't understand when somebody is saying like, okay, now that's a little too quiet,
Mm.
or that's a little, that's a little too boring. Like you don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
you want to talk.
You don't
yeah,
engage in conversations. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, So
Hmm.
Yeah, I dated a guy like that recently
yeah.
too. Like he ain't talk. I'll be like, how am I supposed to know you? You know, like how do you get to know somebody? You're not
Hmm.
talking. Like, you know, he's like, oh, I don't
I'm
talk.
like,
No, he said I'm quiet.
oh, that's a cop out, though.
I'm like,
He shouldn't be
okay,
quiet when it comes to you, at least.
Yeah, he need to be
right,
talking to
right.
you.
But
I
I
would
know
not.
it's like, yeah, it's like weird. Like I don't know.
What
So
was
it's
it
I
like?
don't I don't
Like your first? What was this like? a couple of weeks or a couple of months that you knew him?
Well, he don't live in this. He didn't live he don't live in New Jersey. So when I
Okay.
went to see him, it was like, you know, he didn't talk. I'm like,
Hmm.
and he don't like when I used to call him on the phone. His conversations was kind of dry.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah, I
like
wouldn't
I
be.
don't, it's like I don't, I'm a talkative person. So it's like
Mm.
say
Mm.
something, like he's like I'm quiet.
Hmm.
You gotta talk about.
We
I
gotta talk
mean,
about something.
at
We're
least
gonna
You
be
gotta
looking at
talk,
each other
but
for
then it's like,
hours.
yeah,
What?
you
right.
gotta
But I
talk
noticed
about
when you
something.
start talking about his kids, he got excited. Like he talk,
Mm.
and he has a podcast. He talk about that. He get excited, but it's like I don't know. It's weird. I never met nobody kind of like that. Most men talk, like
Mhm.
I be the shy one, not the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's shy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Possibly.
weird.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
wouldn't
I
have. I probably would have cut that off too. We could have. I said we could be friends, but
Right.
that's yeah. I need somebody to
It's
talk. I love
weird.
talking. You know that,
Yeah.
John.
yeah.
John be saying, "Can you shut up?" Like he said, "I talk too much." Is there such thing as talking too much to the point
Well,
where
I
it
just
annoys
think
somebody?
I think
Annoys.
when you comfortable with somebody, you talk a lot.
Exactly what she said, John.
Anyways,
What she just confirmed it. I'm comfortable with you. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I think when you're very comfortable, you just keep going, and people be
yeah.
like, "All right, girl, I know you like to talk, but damn, I
Oh
think it's a
man.
comfortability thing. But I
Hmm.
don't know. Sometimes people, because I be at the grocery store, and some people just be talking. I'll be like, okay, I don't know you. Why are you just telling me all your business? So
Yeah,
I guess it depends.
you
Mhm.
get into that.
But
It's
do you
definitely.
talk to everybody like that, or you?
Mhm.
Oh, you talk
Well,
to anybody,
sometimes like
or
I'm
you
just
going for energy?
I go by energy. So
Mm-hmm.
if someone like I feel like we can talk about something, then that we talk. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people just start telling me their problems at times. Like I guess people feel like they're comfortable with me to talk about certain
Right.
things. I've always attracted people like that wherever I go. So um but I don't mind talking and starting a conversation. I'm a conversation starter.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah.
But Nina, if anybody wants to get into contact with you, do you want them to follow your social media? Where can everybody find
Where
you
can
at?
they find you,
Yeah,
girl?
they can find me on Instagram, Neena Taurus, like the zodiac sign,
Mm-hmm.
and they can find me on Facebook, but I'm in jail right now.
Oh
What? What you
no.
did? What you
I'm
did?
in
What you
Facebook
do?
jail, so but they can
Oh
definitely
Okay.
contact me
Lord.
on Instagram, Neena Taurus page. Yeah. I know I
Oh.
said something crazy. I said chocolate men are trash, but
What?
you
Chocolate?
got
What?
you got
What's that
in jail
about?
for that?
What is that
I
about?
know I
Oh
said
my
they
goodness!
trash, but I went to jail. Yeah, I'm in jail now for 30 days. So
Wow,
Okay.
I be trolling, but my trolling sometimes get me in trouble. So
you troll. You just be doing it just to see how people react.
right.
On
Wow.
that
On
note,
that note,
this has been another episode of CJ
CJ
Honesty.
honesty.
Peace and God bless.
Just being honest. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Nothing but the truth, yeah. Honesty, CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. CJ, honesty. Just being honest. Nothing but the truth.